God. I just filmed the whole clip and then I pressed end, and I pressed record. So now I gotta redo everything. But new bike day, baby. We're retiring the 2014 Cervelo P2 behind me, and we're picking up a 2019 Trek Speed Concept. I'm super stoked about it. It also comes with a full disc wheel and everything like that. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a big bike upgrade for me, so I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, so we're driving back up to Jacksonville about 3.5 hours to go pick it up. But more importantly, I'm going to pick up a U-Haul. So I'm not gonna drive my car, which is exciting because now I don't really care if I'm driving 3.5 hours because I'm not putting the miles on my car and I don't have to shove the bike in my car. So it just makes everything a lot easier, and the U-Hauls are so cheap to rent for the day. I'd rather just do that. So that's what I'm gonna do now, go pick up my van, and then we'll hit the road. So I'll put up the camera when I get the U-Haul. Oh, we're driving. I'm in my car, not in a U-Haul. We got just over an hour left of the drive. I was gonna do the U-Haul, but I've neglected the fact that mileage matters. So it would have been almost $600. Not worth it. Not worth it. So we're hopping in the Honda, headed back up to Jacksonville, grabbing this Speed Concept. So I'm excited about that. Not really excited about that. Not excited about putting it in my car. Back in Jacksonville, baby. But drive's been chill. The main reason I didn't want to take my car is obviously I don't want to shove the bike in here, but then two, my car's lowered, so with these 8th gen Accords, the front wheel drive, the suspension geometry is not set up for the car to be this low. So the axles don't like that, and then the axle boot on the passenger side ripped, and I replaced it. It flings grease everywhere, and obviously that grease needs to be on the bearings. But now the driver's side one ripped. I think it like just ripped. So that's slinging grease everywhere, which it makes a mess, but then it's like that grease needs to be on the bearings, greasing up the bearings so they don't overheat and seize and all this shit. So that's the only main concern right now. But knock on steering wheel, it shouldn't be a big deal. Obviously I'm going to replace it. I have the new boot coming, but yeah, we're almost there though. We're going to keep rolling. It's been a chill, nice and easy drive. I'm taking a different route than I did last weekend. This way is way better. The highway's way nicer. I don't know why I didn't take this the first time. I just listened to Apple Maps, but this is the better way. So I'm happy about that. But we're almost there. I'll pull the camera out once I get the bike. Alright, wait, let me turn the volume down. I completely forgot to pull out the camera after getting the bike. I have less than an hour drive left. There's the bike. You can see it back there. So I got the bike in the back, and then I have the 2 wheels in the trunk. So it came with, obviously there's the disc wheel on the rear, and it comes with the other like carbon wheel for the rear that's not a full disc. It's just like whatever you would refer to it as. And then there's the front wheel in the back. But I'm excited. The thing feels dialed. Freaking dialed. I remember the first time I got onto my TT bike, like when I was just taking it for a test spin, when I was going to buy it, and I was like, holy crap, this thing feels fast. Same thing with this, which is cool because I'm used to that bike, whereas when I first got it, I was like, oh, this feels fast. Now I get onto this, and it feels that much more fast, even coming off of just having a carbon TT bike, all that stuff. So that's cool. It feels dialed, feels tight and dialed. I like that. I like it. So exciting. I'm also a fan of the black. When I was getting that bike, when I was first looking for triathlon bikes, I wasn't super picky on the color, but in my head I was like, I just want a black bike. I'm happy that this bike is black. It's just cleaner, simpler. The matte black is cool, but in general I don't really like matte colors. I think a gloss black would look better, but whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. But it was a good deal. Honestly, I think I got a really good deal for all the stuff I got with the disc wheel. Obviously, the bike has DI2, which is like the electronic shifting. It has, I think the biggest thing was the disc wheel and the DI2. I don't particularly care that much about the electronic shifting. It is cool, like it feels cool. But then what do you do when the battery dies? Or like sometimes people will be like, race day, things charged up, plugged in, whatever, go to shift, doesn't work. So there, obviously it's electronic. There can be malfunctions. So I don't really like that, or the thought of that. But everything else about it's cool. But yeah, so I got less than an hour drive, and then I'll kind of open up the camera when I get it back, and we can kind of run through everything. Also got a race chain. So basically the chain is coated. It's waxed and it has some coating on it. There's another coating, I don't remember what he called it. But it's supposed to be a fast chain too. So I have that, which is cool. And so yeah, and then the guy I bought it from he's done Panama City, Florida, like Ironman Panama City. And then he just did Ironman Jacksonville. So it's kind of cool. We've done both the Ironmans I've done. He's done the same one, so we were there together, not knowing like I was gonna buy that bike from him, which is kind of cool. And then he'll continue to do Ironmans in the future, so I'll probably see him at Ironman Florida, because that's kind of where my mind's at for the next full Ironman. But I was looking at 70.3s and more fulls. Ironman Wisconsin is in September. Well, we'll stay this late. Ironman Wisconsin is in September. Maybe I would do that because I have family in Illinois and it could be fun. Also just a change of pace. But we'll see, because it's a lot more logistical. There's a lot more logistics that go into it because I'm traveling from Florida all the way to Wisconsin. That's far as shit. I don't want to drive that. So then if I fly, I'd have to figure out how to bring the bike with me and all that stuff. So will that really happen? Probably not, but it's a thought. There's also Ironman 70.3 Rockford, Illinois, which that's June 14th. My birthday is June 12th. So then that could be fun, because then I would be home too. But again, still like a logistical thing of like, how am I going to travel up there with the bike and everything like that? Because I don't just have like a bike carrying case, so then I'd have to buy that, and like, it's a whole thing. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to be spending in a very condensed amount of time for me. So I don't really know. Unless someone wants to pay for all of it, I would totally be down to do it, but it would just be a money thing for me to not do that. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep driving and get this bitch home on 4 wheels. That's the freaking money shot right there, baby. Let's fucking go. I'm so stoked on this bike. It's so badass. I love the all black. It's sleek. It's fast. It's new to me. Ooh, this is another level of training excitement. I was thinking about this in the car because I already fucked up the last 3 races. I'm ready to get back to training. This week, this past week, and this coming week are going to be chill purposely because I want to give my body time to rest and up on calories and everything like that. But I'm ready to go. Fucking up these races, new bike, and honestly I just like enjoy training. I'm ready to get back into it. I'm ready to ride this fucking thing and rip it around. I think I'm gonna go on a ride tomorrow for sure. Nice Sunday longish ride and really break it in. But man, I'm excited. Just sit there, take it in, look at it for a little bit. It looks nice. The OG meets the new beauty. I don't even know, but it's cool to have them. It's cool to have the bikes side by side in the same place. I'm not keeping the Cervelo. I'm gonna sell that, but it's cool to have them together. It's kind of cool to see the evolution of me as a triathlete. But I'm pretty excited. So right now I'm gonna kind of get everything I'm gonna keep off this bike, I'm taking off right now. So I have like the Garmin pedals, I took those off, the power meter pedals. Take the little bike computer and its mount off. And honestly, I think that's really it. And then I'm gonna put the little bento box thing, I'll put that back on there, and then I'll move that cup holder back down there. And then I gotta tighten this rear thing because it came loose during the Ironman, actually. But yeah, then I just do that. And then I'm also gonna take, there's a cadence sensor. I'm gonna take that too, because I want that. But other than that, then I'll be pretty much ready to sell, which is exciting. And then we got this bad boy. And then put everything on this. Just kind of look over the bolts and do a quick bolt check, make sure everything's tight. I gave it a quick wash outside too. It was definitely a little bit dirty or sweaty from the previous guy, which is fine. It's war torn. So is my bike. I don't know. So I washed it before the Ironman, but I haven't washed it post Ironman, so it's still dirty and sweaty and has spit and snot on it. I didn't pee on it though. But if you're the person looking to buy that bike and you want it nice and dirty, oh, tell me, I don't wash it. I won't wash it for you. I'll keep it nice and dirty for you. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm gonna start swapping parts and just getting everything together. So that's what I'm doing right now. Setting the scene. So I'm taking the aero bars all apart because, ooh, run out of soon. Dang. I'm using my hotspot here at this new apartment because I don't have Wi-Fi. Just got a text, I'm gonna run out. Irrelevant. So I've been taking the bike apart because I was gonna, so I have this stem. So this stem is this stem. This is just a really small one. So I was gonna put this on there and I was gonna raise it up. But I realized that I don't have enough brake cable up front here. Right here's the brake cable. I would have to extend the brake cable and I don't have enough because it ends right there. Right where you can see that. That's not enough extra cable for me to extend that to actually raise the bars up that much. So I'm not gonna do that. So I basically just took it all apart for no reason, but not for no reason. Because one, I'm learning. This is the best way to learn about how this bike works and how all its little nuances. And if something comes loose up front, I'll be like, well, I know there's all these bolts. Now I know. Now I kind of know how it works, how it all sandwiches together. The more you know, the merrier. Also, a cool little thing I noticed is that every bolt has the torque spec. So 2 Newton meters max. Right here it says 6 to 8 Newton meters max. This cover here goes over the brakes. It has all the torque specs right there for all the bolts. Kind of cool. Like torque specs and everything. It's definitely it's a 2019. It's 2026, which is weird to say that 2019 is actually kind of old. So it's like kind of old in a way, but it's a big step up from 2014, 5 years newer. So I don't know, this is cool. It's cool to notice all these little upgrades. The dude I bought the bike from had a new speed concept. And I was looking at that. I would like to compare the differences, like just like these little things I'm noticing is cool. But I got my Garmin pedals on, and then there's that rear little box right there. I took it off for right now. I might put it back on. I will probably almost likely definitely take this little bento box thing off because I have one on that bike. I never used it. I used it during the first Ironman to put gels, but I didn't need it because the side of your aero suit has pockets. So I just put them all in there. Maybe you're less aerodynamic because you have gels in here, so it's not totally smooth, but I don't really think it matters. So also this one's like, it's really loose. And I'm like, I don't even know if stuff would stay in there. But again, like what would I put in there? Like I could put some gels in there, but I have pockets. I don't really feel like it's necessary. So I'll probably take that off. But it's also nice too taking this apart because I'm just kind of wiping everything down. Because like when you're sweating, it just gets into everything. So it's kind of nice to get rid of that, the old guy's sweat. So I can replace it with my sweat. But it's nice mentally, I like knowing that it's clean. And like having it apart like this, I just like knowing that I put it back together and I know everything's tight. And theoretically as it should be. I'm not a bike mechanic, so it doesn't mean it's as it should be, but it's fun too. I enjoy this stuff. And I've had F1 qualifying on in the background while I'm doing this. But yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna eat dinner and then planning to rip a nice little ride tomorrow, so that should be fun. All right, baby, the bike dialed. She's dialed. I'm so excited. I'm actually so excited about this damn bike. Also, I never mentioned it, but it comes with the stock wheel. So it's a DT Swiss for the rear, and then there's the disc. Doesn't have a tire or tube on it, but comes with that wheel. So I'll probably, yeah, I don't really know. We'll see what happens. But that's nice to have. But in general, super stoked about the bike. So I got it all back together. I got my power pedals on there. I got the cadence sensor on there. I stole the bottle cage from the Cervelo because I don't have one for this right now. And then I got my little Garmin computer on there as well. So the only really upgrade I want to do to this bike is I'll do aero bars, and then I'll get the bottle mounts. So like you could do the double bottle mount here, and then I'll probably do like one bottle mount for the seat. But for right now, all I need is to have one bottle cage to ride outdoor. I'm not going to do anything crazy, and I can fit more than enough carbs in there. And I don't really plan to do the aero bars like right away because the aero bars are expensive. So I'm just going to kind of leave it as is for now, and then when it comes time, I'll do the aero bars. But really, that's kind of the only thing I'm planning to do to this bike. And other than that, just ride it. I didn't do anything crazy to the Cervelo other than just bottle cages, and I bought the pedals, but those carry over to this bike, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's kind of the plan with this bike, just rip the shit out of it, keep ripping the shit out of it. But yeah, I'm excited. So my plan with the Cervelo, it's gonna be for sale, so it'll come as is. It'll have the carbon bottle mount as well. I'll put that there, but it has the bento box, has the aero bar bottle holder with the little jet bottle with which has a straw. The straw's in there, but you could take that out and put a normal bottle in there. It'll come with the two bottle cages in the rear, and then it just has the Continental GT5000 tires, which are good tires, which are what's on this track. They're old tires though, you can tell, and then it just has like stock Garmin. I think they're Shimano pedals, just like, or Ultegra, Shimano, whatever, just like basic stock pedals that, yeah. And this is exactly how it will come. But the cool thing, what I'm going to do is I'll sell it with the kicker snap, the Wahoo kicker snap, and then that comes with the little wheel stand as well as obviously the plug for the thing. So I'll sell all that together because I plan to get one of the indoor trainers where you actually hook the bike up to it and take the rear wheel off because they're just more accurate. And that was something I found out training for my last Ironman, that's not totally accurate. But you could use the power pedals to make it more, whatever, but that's what I plan to do in the future. But I think selling this bike as is with that is like the ultimate beginner setup, because it's really all you need to start training. And you don't even need the indoor trainer setup, but it's just nice to have if it's raining or whatever, or you're living somewhere, like say you're living in a city and it's not easy to bike around or whatever. It's great to have. So I think that's a really cool thing. Sell that all together. So kind of figuring the price in my head exactly what it'll be. But honestly, it's not going to be anything crazy. So yeah, that's exciting. But plan for tomorrow, let's do a little Sunday ride on this bad boy. Nothing crazy, but you know, put a good couple few 3, 4, 5, 6 miles on there. I still don't feel like I'm thinking straight post Ironman. I'm talking in this clip and then in the race recap yesterday, and just to people, I feel like I'm just not formulating sentences very well. But maybe that just means I need to slow down, and I have too much energy, so I'm talking too fast. Because when I'm tired, I talk slower, and maybe it gives you more time to think about what I'm saying. So maybe that's all it is. But I'm excited. I'm gonna eat and go to bed, and then hop on the bike. So new bike day, new old badass. Super happy about the black bike too. It's just sleek, simple, Batmobile. I like it. But yeah. More YouTube videos to come. I definitely need to lean more into YouTube if I'm not making as many reels on Instagram. So have more long form content and then just have the short form, obviously for Instagram, and continue with the daily doodles. But yeah, one of the things this will probably be the daily doodle for tomorrow. It's like, the only way to guarantee you won't get there is to not do it. So just because I'm doing all this stuff doesn't mean I'm going to be able to make a living off social media stuff. And selling the shirts and building that and hopefully working with companies or whatever to get money through that. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get there, but by not trying, I'm guaranteeing myself not getting there. But by trying, there's a chance. There's a chance. How big is it? I don't know. We're gonna find out. But we're gonna keep freaking going, and I am so fired up. I'm ready to get back into training. And I'm also gonna do more outdoor rides when I can, just during normal training. Obviously the convenience of indoor is why it's so nice, but if I have the opportunity to get outdoor, I think I'm gonna take it, because I think that's part of the reason why my legs felt so strong in Panama City Ironman, was because every ride I did was outdoor, and I probably did like 5 that were indoor. But just the variability, like wind, you're never sitting at a constant. It's like an ERG mode indoor. You're never doing that outside. It's always up and down. And I think that's one of the bigger reasons why my legs got so cooked during Jacksonville. So I want to implement outdoor rides much more often, at least once every week. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because this new bike day video is probably a lot longer than like 20 minutes. So have a great day, get better today. And remember, it's not about material things, and they're exciting, they're fun. But if tomorrow I go on a ride and I get in a car accident, God forbid, and that bike gets destroyed, I'm still me. I'm not, it's just a material bike item. And I paid money for it, and that's it. But it is really exciting. It's fun to get excited about these things, but happiness is not found in material objects. Although they are cool and they can make you happy in the moment, they don't make you truly joyful. And I realized that, I mean, I've realized that for forever, for a long time, but driving up there, I was like, this doesn't bring me joy in like an everlasting joy. Like of parents, when you have kids, I'm sure that's very joyful. A bike doesn't have the same effect. So I'm talking a lot about material things in this video. Obviously, I'm super stoked about this bike, but it's a material thing, just like my car. So they don't define who you are. They're not your identity, in a sense. There can be parts of your identity, or like telltale signs of your identity, triathlete, car guy, stuff like that, but they're materials. Now I'm really dragging on here. Have a great day, get better today. I love you. If you watch this far, you're awesome.